Hey, what's going on? I had a pretty good sales weekend. I thought you guys might want to know what sold. I'm going to bring you guys along with me, show you every single sale. I'm starting out in the garage because I have my jackets stored in my basement. So I actually pulled those here first. Let me show you guys what jackets sold. Then we're going to hop over to my storage unit and pull every single order uncut. You can see every single sale, the good and the bad. Let's get into it. All right, first up here we have a Carhartt jacket. This is a CR26 CHT, which I think is chestnut brown. So be on the lookout for this colorway. It's really, really good. But this one did not sell for as much because it's pretty trashed. Luckily with Carhartt, you can still sell them in trash condition. I'll pop the comps up on the screen. Don't remember exactly what that sold for. Carhartt, it's that time of year, the fall. We got a canvas Sherpa lined vest here. This one is modern. I don't think it's like super modern, but it's not vintage. Yeah, it still has the 3-digit code instead of the 6-digit code, V33. So probably like a 2010s vest. Here we have a Santa Fe jacket. This is another one that can be very, very, very good. J13. This one had some embroideries on it, obviously. Did have the hood, which helped the value. These stains, not like a good form of distress. And the embroideries hurt the value, but still really solid sale. And last item here is this Stormy Cromer vest. This, I probably could have gotten a lot more money for this if I held out, but I actually listed this last fall and winter, did not accept an offer when it was the good season, so I had to hold this all the way through summer, and I'm just ready to see this thing go. It's one of the oldest items in my inventory. Even though it's a good item, I'm just ready to move on, make room on the jacket rack for the jackets that I'm listing now, because that's mainly what I'm listing right now. I do have one more sale that's not in my storage unit. I just remembered. It's this Polo Ralph Lauren wool blend striped beanie. I picked up a bunch of these for I think $8 or $9 in the middle of summer. I've been slowly selling a few, but now these are going to really start flying. Like I said, I'll pop up the comp. I forget what I sold it for, but a nice little bread and butter piece that I can do multi-quantity on. All right, here we are. So the first thing I need to do is get probably 2 more boxes for right there. I brought from my car there, I brought these 2 boxes of stuff that I had just listed. So how I get a couple boxes, you can see I'm getting pretty slim here. You can see a lot of empty spaces because what I do to get more boxes is I just consolidate. So I'll find some that look kind of empty and then I'll consolidate. So like this row, like a couple half boxes here. So I'll just consolidate these real quick. So how I do that is just slide all these forward, put all these behind. So the first thing I do is I pull Poshmark orders. Honestly, really, really slow Poshmark weekend. I swear with Poshmark, I either have like 6 sales for a full weekend or I have like, I don't know, 15 or 20 sales for a full weekend. I really don't know why it fluctuates so much. But for Poshmark, what I do is I come here, I just look at this SKU number, and then I find the SKU and pull it. 10884, 10884. There's the LL Bean jacket that sold for $44. If I remember correctly, it had some stains on it, not the best condition. 11758. We have a David Donahue quarter zip sweater. I want to say this was new at tags, which is why I picked it up. Sold for $29. Not great, but hey, new at tag stuff. I am more likely to take a gamble if I find it cheap. This is a bundle of 2 pairs of Levi's 506s, sold for $60 plus shipping. For the pair, 106.81 and 82. They're going to be back to back. So 106.81 and 82. So we're coming up here. Like I said, hopefully this is a good angle for you guys. 81 and 82. Got both of those. Just going to check on the angle for you guys. Got some Lululemon Pace Breaker shorts, 12435. That's going to be a pretty new SKU, 12438. I'm going to go before that, 12435. I listed 2 Lululemon shorts back to back, so when I do that, sometimes I'll go and I'll just check the SKU 12435 and make sure I didn't mess up on the SKU. Just little things to make sure I'm limiting my own mistakes. J. Crew pants, 12230. 12230. Wrong side. 12227. 12/230. You can see I put JC here for J. Crew. Just a little double check to make sure I'm limiting my mistakes. Those sold for 20 bucks. The Lululemon shorts sold for 25. We got some silver jeans. Silver jeans have been selling pretty well for me. I only pick up the men's. 12010. 12010. Get these right here. This is the Gordy model. Sold for 30 bucks. So usually pick those up for $6 to $7.50. And we got a vintage Christian Dior track jacket, 11910. Dior 11910, and that's Poshmark. So how much do we have on Poshmark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 orders on Poshmark. That's like 2.5 a day. I wish it was more, but so be it. Here is the weekend sales. $2,000, 45 sales. That's 15 sales per day. I've been listing 10 per day, so really good sell-through rate on what I'm listing right now. We are going to start off with, it's sorted by SKU, so starts from here so I can pull them in order. So the worst sales are going to be at the beginning, so you guys can see the duds here. 3331. These are going to be rough. Brace yourself. We got a tap out hoodie, not even in my current polybag system, probably from, I don't know, over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Tap out hoodie sold for $3.20 plus shipping. Happy to see it go. Those sales honestly excite me at this point because I'm just ready to be done with those horrible items from when I was not good. 4579. We got some Levi's 560 jeans. These were hemmed really short. So they sold for $1.55. Brutal. Marmot soft shell jacket had a company logo on it, so another really bad sale. $48.51. It sold for $3 plus shipping. Like I said, we're going to start off with some stinkers and then we're going to get to some good stuff here. We got some J-brand Kane jeans, $81.52. These sold for $6.14. Banana Republic Luxury Blend, 8802. 8802. Right here. Sold for $5.79. So what I'm guessing is this is like winter stuff that's been listed for a super long time that's selling, and basically it finally got to the season where people are searching that stuff, and it's heavily discounted from being in my store for a super long time. So that's how these stragglers are coming through. Sold some Cole Haan Grand Pro shoes for $10.60, $94.05. I've sold these for way more money, so they sold on a 60% off offer. Would I pick them up again? I don't know. Would you pick these up for cheap? Let's see if the price is still on the bottom. Sometimes I don't mark the price off. I got the price off the bottom. Probably paid like $7 or something for them, so basically breaking even on the sale. Got to remind myself to not pick up something like that again if it only sells for $10. $94.27. We got a Cleveland Cavaliers standard issue hoodie. This would have been a really good item, but it had some really bad stains that I missed at the thrift store. We got a Nike Tech fleece jacket sold for $14. That's a bargain, whoever picked that up. 10035. It hit my markdown sale. Probably could have sold it for more if it didn't hit my markdown sale now that we're in fall, but that's how it goes running your markdown sale, trying to clear out inventory. You got to take the hit on some of those sales. North Face Shacket. I love this. I really want to keep it for myself. I'll probably pop a picture up on the screen for you. A black and blue Shacket, new at tag, sold for $31. I think I grabbed that at Marshall's in like the summer clearance event, or the end of winter last. So it would have been like February. Yeah, February. We got some Whoop sweatpants. Never heard of this brand, but I looked it up. It had good numbers, and I tried to sell it in summer, so it didn't sell. Hit my markdown sale. Now it sold for $10. 104.75. 104.75. $10 and some change on some Whoop sweatpants. You got an Untuck It shirt for $7.41, 105.47. I promise we're gonna get to some really good sales here. This is just basically everything we've seen on eBay so far is stuff that's been marked down heavily from being in my store for over 6 months, maybe even a year. You got an LL Bean waffle knit Henley shirt for $16.72, 11087. Compared to the other items, that's not too bad. $16 for LL Bean Henley, that's what they kind of sell for in season. So we got a Polo Ralph Lauren estate rib sweatshirt for $10. I got this from my supplier, not something I would normally pick up. So honestly, just happy to sell it. 11127, $10. Just one of those basic ones. It's like the most common Polo Ralph Lauren item I find. Got some Vuori Meta pants, 11202. These would have sold for a lot more, but they had some pretty bad stains on them. I picked them up anyway just because Vuori is so good, and they did sell for $36. Vuori pants with stains for $36. That's honestly a great sale in my opinion. We got a New York Jets salute to service on-field sideline hoodie, new with tags. That's a mouthful. 11368, sold for $65 plus shipping. Glad that this didn't hit like a markdown sale before football season, so it could sell for, you know, an actually good price. All right, got a Tommy Bahama new with tags shirt, silk shirt, but it's very plain and basic, just plain orange. So for $41, so really happy with that. 11488. So I'm gonna be right down here. Yep. Tommy Bahama, 11492 in the same box. We got an Etro, that's how the brand is spelled. Polo, so for $35. So those are two pretty decent sales. I took offers on both those items because summer's ending. So I'm happy to get those sold before fall, where I have to discount them even more to get them sold. Got some vintage Levi's 540 bronze tabs. Not a good cut or style of Levi's to sell. I only pick them up if they're super cheap. 11947. Right here. There's another pair of Levi's, 11951. These ones are better. They are Levi's 505s, orange tab, made in USA, sold for $39. What was the number? 51. So back-to-back Levi's sales there. 540s, bronze tab, not good. 505 orange tab, much better. Got some more silver jeans. These ones sold for $25. They're the Grayson model, 11976. 11976. Silver jeans. Like I said, they've been selling decently for me. Now that fall's kicking in a little bit. Got some vintage Levi's corduroy pants. These always sell really well for me. These sold for $40 because they had some stains. 12020. It's going to be right here. Some Levi's 517 boot cuts. I usually sell those for like 50 to 60, depending on condition. Those ones sold for 40. Sold some Lee jeans in brand new condition for $30. That might be a nice little bread and butter for you guys. Lee jeans in brand new condition. They were Carpenter loose fit straight leg, $30. Lee jeans brand new. I wouldn't have thought, but hey, I'll take the sale, right? 12105. Coming down here, 12105. Levi's 501s. Size 34-32. These were, I think, brand new. 12130. Right here. So for $35, I usually pay about $15 for new tags Levi's when I find them. And the one right after it, 12131. I guess that's the same thing. So for $35 as well. So both of those different pairs for $35. We got a Lululemon top, new with tags, that sold 12223. It's a lot of twos there. 12223. 12227, 24, 12223. New tags, Lululemon top. This was like kind of like a sheer, lacy, long sleeve top. Don't really know too much about it, but new tags, Lululemon, I knew to look it up. 12261. We have a full zip better sweater, so for 40 bucks. Definitely could have held out for more for a full zip better sweater, Patagonia. But I like selling stuff. I like selling it fast. This is all going to be stuff that was listed relatively recently. All right, next up we have some vintage Levi's 560s. Again, not a great cut of Levi's, but they are made in USA. I got a lot of these from my supplier for 8 to 12 bucks a piece, so I take them. I try not to be too picky. So for 28 bucks and 55 cents. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3. So we're moving over to the next rack. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3. So the last one in this box. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3. Hey, my wife said I love you. That's really nice. I love you too. I'll text her back. Don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3. All right, next we have an LL Bean collared sweater. I listed this as a rugby sweater because it kind of has that rugby vibe with the buttons, but the collar, like a, I don't know, I guess like a long sleeve polo, but in a sweater material. So for $21.50, not a huge sale, but 12410. Okay, let's get the next box out. 12413. We have a Fred Perry polo shirt. I picked this up brand new. From Marshall's for 16 bucks. It sold for 45 bucks. Nice little fast flip. Fred Perry is the brand. Twin tipped is the keyword. When it has the two little stripes, I'll put a picture on the screen. The other pair of Lululemon pants or shorts that I listed at the same time sold on eBay for 20 bucks, so $5 less. 12436. So both those Lululemon pants sold fast. They're pace breaker shorts. That's a better selling model. From my experience, at least they sell fast. North Face dry vent jacket. I talk about these every year in the winter. Dry vent and high vent lines from North Face sell great for me. So for 50 bucks, just a basic rain jacket. 12448. So right here. Nice little flip. 50 bucks. Vintage Billabong board shorts. 12456. I think I got these from my supplier. I probably wouldn't have picked these up on my own. I would pick up the Andy Irons Billabong shorts, or if they had like a crazy design on them. These ones were just kind of basic. But hey, I'll take the $17 sale because they sold fast. All this stuff here is stuff I just recently listed. So we got a Patagonia R1 Air Fleece hoodie. It's a really good model of Patagonia to look out for. It has like the little squiggle patterns in the fleece. 12469. Let's see if the bag's not open, so I'm not going to show you the squiggle pattern, but I'll put a picture up on the screen so you can see it. 12495 Robert Graham. Hey, it still sells if you get a good pattern. I still sell it all the time in a good pattern. We got the Robert Graham with the flip cuff. It has to have the flip cuff, has to be a good pattern. This one was Paisley Skulls, sold for 25 bucks and sold super fast. Lululemon sweater. 12496. The Lululemon sweaters always sell really well for me. There's a model called the Engineered Warmth. That line specifically always sells really well. I think it's made of a merino wool blend, so I'm not surprised. This is a full price sale. Modern Levi's 514 corduroy pants. Levi's corduroy pants, even the modern ones, sell great. So for 26 bucks, extremely fast. I just listed these like probably over the weekend or maybe Thursday or Friday. 12509, sold for 26 bucks. So if you can find those for under 10 bucks, sell them really fast. I think that's a nice flip, in my opinion. All right, two more items. We got the Walt Disney World. I called it a Spirit jersey. It's technically not a Spirit jersey, but it had that vibe. Sold for 35 bucks in one day. Maybe I underpriced it. 12528. It's right down here. 12528. It had the like spell out logo, Walt Disney World, on the front instead of the back. So that's why I called it a Spirit jersey, but technically it should have been on the back, and with like screen print, not, or like kind of like that puffy paint print. These were like patches stitched on. And then I also sold a Champion Todd Snyder sweatshirt, 12572. Is that here or at home? Right here. Nope, it's the first one in the box at home. So when I'm listing, obviously I have one there that still has stuff in it. It's not full yet, so it didn't make it all the way here. So I'll pop it up on the screen. Champion Todd Snyder sweatshirt. Did have a little oil stain, but still got it sold really fast. I just listed it over the weekend. Sold for 44 bucks. So definitely not complaining there. I have one more sale. Actually, it's a really, really good sale. It is these duck feet boots. I will definitely put a comp up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I sold these once before for 60 bucks. They got returned. I took an offer because I wanted to sell them really fast. I listed them for 109 bucks and they sold in one day for full price of 109. So hey, maybe I'm glad they got returned. I thought the size would be an issue. They were size 38 European, which is 7.5 to 8 women's, but I thought they were men's. So if it was this size in men's, it would be a tough sell, but because they're women's, it was not a problem getting these sold. Sold for 109 bucks. Anytime you see a flag like this on boots or clothes, look it up, because those European brands can sell for really good money. So yeah. All right, that's it. That's 45 sales and $2,000 on eBay, plus a little bit on Poshmark. Just wanted to show you guys a little raw, uncut, what sold over the weekend, and let you guys know that I am kicking eBay back into gear. I was slacking a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, mainly because I was focused on scaling and growing my Whatnot business. I had hired out my photography, I had hired out my listing so that I could put a lot of effort into growing on Whatnot, and I have a lot of thoughts about that, so let me know in the comments down below if you want to hear my thoughts about scaling on eBay, hiring for eBay, scaling other businesses simultaneously with eBay. But one thing that I'm very certain of is that fall and winter on eBay is such a good time of year to be selling, and especially with selling clothing. If you can find some sweaters and jackets, those are the best items to sell in the clothing category. Even jeans sell better in fall and winter. So this is the time, if you're a clothing seller, to kick it into gear. And I just want to encourage you, if you set your listing goal with what you can actually find and list, you're going to have a lot of success if you stay accountable to that listing goal, stay consistent, and list those high quality fall and winter items now through the end of the year. You're going to see some success on eBay like I'm already seeing, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the year. I got some good video ideas. They're going to be coming down the pipeline, so I'm looking forward to sharing those with you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, say what's up in the comments, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.